The next presentation, the next speaker, Elena Perikleous, is going to present us We are the guardians of 4D and we will change the world. I was wondering what is that 4D, the guardians of 4D.
Καλημέρα και από μένα. Ελπίζω να είναι εντάξει με την οθόνη και την παρουσίαση. Can you watch my presentation? Yes?
Yes.
Lovely. Thank you, Yasu Efimo. Well, I'm Elena Perikleous and I am the head teacher of Psimolofou Elementary School. I want to present you our professional learning program and our action plan for our students for the year 2019-2021. We have a super school because we are all superheroes since each one of us is special and unique. That's why we say that we are the army of superheroes, and together we will change the world by discussing our superpowers. We started our project by learning and changing as teachers, since we wanted to build step-by-step a learning community. We have used the cards for democracy, and we have agreed that, yes, democratic teachers engage in evaluation and in the construction of knowledge. Democratic teachers do support their pupils to take their own responsibility for their learning. We agreed as a teachers community that democratic teachers actively seek to improve their teaching. We do question beliefs and we do invest in critical thinking. We deal and we discuss controversial issues. And of course, we collaborate. And we think this is the most important part if you want to build a school as a learning community. We do believe that mindful education does allow the conscious development of the learner's competences. Yes, learning can be a blow to one's self-esteem. And if we learn to change, we have to believe deeply that unless we change, we do not learn. This is the basis on which we have started our program of professional learning, which has been based, as we have already stated, on the 4Ds. The 4Ds are the 4 words in Greek on democracy, social justice, human rights, and creativity. We have used a pyramid with the 4 triangular sides. The 4 triangles stands for the 4Ds. The letter of the 4 X's word in Greek starts with D. That's the reason we are the guardians of the 4Ds. Another thing that I need to state is that the book that has inspired us the most is A Child Counting the Stars, written by Greek author Menelaos Undemis. The specific book ultimately is about love and respect. It speaks about the importance of prioritizing fairness no matter what, and about the strength and fragility of humanity. It is a book about what it means to be a true human. It's a journey to adulthood, and we believe that by using this book, we have inspired both the teachers and the students to invest in social justice and realize how important building knowledge and learning is for both yourself and the world as a result. I want to read it in Greek because there are many Greek people here and because this is the part of the book that we enjoy the most. Ευχαριστώ πολύ βαθιά. Και εγώ ο μέλιος, ο άντρας, το παιδί, ο άνθρωπος. Ευχαριστώ που μπορείς να διαβάζεις πιο βαθιά από όλους τους σοφούς, να γελάς πιο πλούσια από όλους τους ευτυχισμένους, να κλαις πιο αληθινά από όλους τους λυπημένους και να αγαπάς, Πίθρο. Να αγαπάς όπως πρέπει να αγαπηθούν μια μέρα όλοι οι άνθρωποι. Αμήν. So, a child counting the stars, and we wanted to inspire through this book our students. We created many things. The 4th D is creativity, δημιουργικότητα. So we wrote a hymn. All the school is singing this hymn. We are the guards. We are the ones that will save the earth. Our weapons are the 3Ds, democracy, social justice, and human rights. Everything changes really fast, but democracy states, justice watches, human rights make sure that all of us can. And when the 3Ds coexist, we can then create fabulous things, change the world, and put aside all evil things. And the 3Ds, and the fourth one that came this year, are important, and I want just to say why they are important. We believe that democracy is the only acceptable way of exist. Social justice is our way to coexist. Human rights ensures that each one of us can accomplish the best that she or he can. And of course, creativity. Since we have learned, we can then change both ourselves and then the world. Of course, we use the curriculum, restructuring the material and applying the interdisciplinary approach so as to promote they exist and coexist. I will give some examples. For example, in democracy, we use the life education and citizen education. In geography, we have studied Europe and European Parliament and the way they work. Issues of critical thinking and controversial issues were discussed. In history lessons, we went to comparison of regimes. We have talked and discussed the involvement of men and women in decision making and of course women's position in society. Social justice was one of our main issues. Justice differentiations in time and space, in social life, teaching and learning, we reflected on what is fair. In religious knowledge, we have discussed human justice and divine justice. In health education, we created the code of good conduct, both at class and school level. We have discussed what is fair and if it is fair to share, or if it is fairer for everyone to get what they need. Human rights and inclusion in society and education. Creativity was the aspect in which we invested more. Experiential workshops in nature based on the themes of World Days. We were involved in 365 good deeds inside and outside school. We have a diary in which each and every day we write our good deed. A wall painting for 4 days, book in a box, the 4 floors of fantasy, who, where, when, what, why, and then we build stories. I will move a little bit to the conclusion and show you some photos of our actions. Concluding, we can say that we invest in a child-centered system, that children are involved in the whole process of organizing and implementing, and we organized actions that give children the opportunity to get involved and express themselves. For example, the Wall of Goodness, Happy Fridays, Who Wants to Take the Floor, discussing controversial issues, and of course our Hill. This is our Wall of Goodness. We implement this wall once a month, and we share. We share stuff that we don't need, but maybe someone else needs it. Who wants to take the floor in the context of Agora in ancient Athens? The children decide the issue on which they want to talk, and all the other kids of school can decide whether they want to listen to them or not. This is our Hill. We thought and discussed and then implement, and then we incorporated the Hill into school life. This is before the pandemic, of course, the second photo. The first one, we did it this year. The 365 good deeds. This is how we created the Wall of Goodness, which, as I said, host objects that are exchanged once a month. Happy Fridays. A different class each time presents work they have done, and we keep our distances, and we discuss things like democracy and justice and human rights. Disability is a diversity, and diversity is a right. In the context of understanding and accepting diversity, we had the pleasure and honor to have as guests people with visual disabilities, people with hearing disabilities, people with mobility disabilities, and of course people with diffuse developmental disorder. And then we created the 4 Delta trunks that travel and gather ideas. Each trunk is hosted in each class for 2 weeks, and then we share ideas, stories, songs, activities. Some photos from what is in the trunks. Diversity and Human Rights Drama and Theatre Education Workshop. The Star Child by Oscar Wilde by Nadia Tomasidou. We participate in activities that are just fun, like Be Active Week. Food ideas of the children are always welcome, and then all together we decide. We often vote using our green and red cards. We create and then enjoy. Art and food. We use work of art and we make art using our bodies. And then we act as ambassadors for this and share our vision.
One minute.
And one of our main activities was the creation of the 4D models, a competition involving students and parents. Just to have an idea, it will be very quick. And we celebrate since we believe that we will manage to learn and create and chance to change. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Perikleous, for your amazing project. And let's pass to